Hello. Hello, and welcome to the first episode ever of Do You Hear Me Now? The name actually stemmed and came from me and my brother. We were talking one day, and I was talking about something, like just feeling tired of feeling I'm saying like the same thing over and over again to people in my life. And I was like screaming in my light, and I was like, "Do you hear me now?" or something. But yeah, so kind of rock bottom, and I guess that's the time they say to start a podcast. I guess. I actually recorded earlier my first review, like in a podcast format for Married at First Sight. Um, I'm a little ADHD. I'm like in my closet, and someone's like taking a bath, but like the water almost sounds like it's like in a pattern. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like very distracting to me on and off. But it is what it is. Oh my gosh, it's so interesting. The sound of it. Ooh, I just like looked up my closet and saw a puzzle that I have not done. I have two puzzles in my closet that I actually have not done yet. That I actually would not mind doing. Anyway, so spent majority of my day applying for jobs online and learning about I and UX design. It's an Aquarius season. Like a lot of our inner planets are in the Aquarius energy right now. So I figured, well, why not go ahead and lean into that humanitarian type of energy and futuristic type of energy. Like Aquarius energy is very futuristic, humanitarian. Um, that's the type of energy that Aquarius gives off. And so the age of Aquarius would be the time to learn some skills online, some adaptable, transferable skills. And honestly, I should have been got that done in my life, but it just really put it off, and I don't know why, honestly. But I got offered an opportunity to actually teach at my child's school, which would be very interesting. It'd be like before and after school, so I'm definitely gonna take it. I was watching a reading Queen Cup the other day, and how she was talking about being sure to take on opportunities, like even if it doesn't necessarily seem like something that you may want to do. And like that's the type of headspace I'm in right now, definitely, and have been in, honestly, of just trying to make sure I can do what I need to do to get where I need to get. And shit has just been rough, honestly. Like it's really been rough. Um, and it's just really weird to like see like how did I get here in a sense. And I was actually reading this placement in my birth chart. Um, and it's actually what inspired me to go ahead and just like get it started. It was so it basically was saying like this square can give you a harshness of temperament and expression, where your direct, blunt style can often create conflict and confrontation between yourself and others. Even though you prefer to reflect yourself as one capable of handling the real situation, you tend to lack the sensitivity towards possible reactions to your potentially penetrating insights. You rarely wrap them up in a socially acceptable packages for consumption, but offer them raw. And I realized, like, oh my freaking gosh, this is literally what I do. When I am upset or very like emotional about something, I just blah, 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 blah. Like that is literally me. Just like how that water sounded earlier. Um, and I feel like I don't know. I just first of all, a lot of times I feel like I'm not gonna be believed anyway. A lot of times I feel like I have to people please and only feel how other people want to feel in a sense. And like I want to do that so I don't hurt people that I care about in my life, even if it hurts me. So like even like sometimes like where I've had to or I haven't had to, but where times where I have had like spoken about things online or whatever, be it emotional or whatever way, it's just always been very I don't know. It's just always okay. Had to pick back up on recording. Got really loud around here. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about. I think I was talking about like social media interaction. Um I don't remember. I'll probably pick that back up, that thought. But I don't know. Um, I could hear my neighbors in my closet. They just had a baby. It's so funny. Like a lot of times with my neighbors, like they're cause like at this point I've lived here for a while, so like me and all of my neighbors, we all have like kind of like a rapport with each other to a certain degree. Like we're friendly, but we're not too friendly. I don't know. I actually think some of us are really friendly. One of my neighbors, I call her grandma. She lives above, like right above me. She's a Taurus. I love her so much. The other day she just like knocked on the door and she like knows that like stuff's been like kind of hard and she like left us a box of food, which I was like, oh, you know what? I should actually go to food drives too. I have not actually ever really thought about that. But I definitely did look up for like community resources and stuff like that. But I just that really touched my heart. She just like knocked on the door, like left it there, and at first my brother thought that it was our neighbors from across the hall, um, stuff, and then we like looked in the bag and there was like some like exfoliating gloves and like black soap and stuff, and I was like, nope, this is stuffy grandma. And I asked her the other day. She's like, yeah, that was me. And so I just that really 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 touched my heart. But my neighbor next door, she like opened the door, or like there's a package, and normally if I see a package in front of like their doors or whatever, I'll take it and then ask them later, so that way they don't their package like doesn't someone doesn't take their package basically. So I'll take it and be like, hey, is this your package or whatever. So like knocked on the door and she was like, brush your teeth. She's like, hmm. And I was like, is this yours? Like, mm-mm. And I was like, 313. I think you're 313. And she's like, mm-mm. And mm-hmm. And I can hear her. I love her. I actually really do love our neighbors. She also like works at Walmart, and sometimes I don't actually recognize her all the time. Sometimes, and I like will stare at her because I think she's looking at me, and it's always like an awkward moment. I'm like, oh hey girl. I don't know. My other neighbor, she's also pregnant too, and her baby's gonna be named Aries. Oh, I'm so excited. But anyway, moving along. Yeah, life's just been a lot. It's been a lot, and but I'm excited to see like where it takes me now at this point, I guess. I have struggled with suicidal ideation, trigger warning, since I was honestly a kid. Like honestly, like it's always been a struggle of mine to not have those type of thoughts. And so I'm really trying to work better at actively not being in that mindset at all. Um and like just realizing like if I'm gonna decide to like live and be here, like to like actually take a hold of it and actually do something and actually like just try to let things go. And that is a very difficult thing for me because a lot of times I just consistently want to be heard, if that makes any sense. And I'm so busy feeling like, when will I get heard? And I'm realizing that is something I just kind of have to let go. And that, like, yeah, I'm realizing that maybe that's just something I need to let go of. Which is a difficult thing to figure out because, like, you don't want to people please, but then you also don't want to people please, but then you also don't want to hurt others, but they've hurt you. It's just like it's a really difficult line to just figure out. But yeah, like there's something else that my thing was like saying that I really was like liking and looking at. I'm not sure how I'm gonna talk to this time. I'm just gonna just try this out, see how I feel about it. Do the same thing with my Married at First Sight review. Um, but this is probably the last thing I record for the day at least because I've already recorded a couple of things, and between that I've been like just like applying for a lot of jobs online and just really trying to figure it out and all that jazz. My birthday is in 2 days. Not that excited for it like at all, but I am going to try to get more positive at that, and I don't know, like just trying here. um, and my fridge starts making a sound. My brain just kind of like went completely blank. Mentally, you require more self-discipline and understanding to make more positive use of your abilities of penetrative insight. In particular, the way in which you present yourself to others may need to be moderated. That I was like, ouch. Okay, I get you. I get you. I get you. Okay, no more drunk night posts. Kayla, slap on the hand. More control regarding your thoughts and words can help to avoid any controversy and unnecessary conflict with others, and help a redirection of your powers of insight inward, so that you can observe how you are projecting those negative shadow qualities out onto others in the world, when these qualities should be internally transformed and the energies released for positive applications. And I definitely see where I can use that advice to grow. And I definitely see where I have went wrong in certain areas, and where I have even maybe potentially hurt people in my lives from not being more moderated in my tone. But it's just oh, it's hard. It's hard when you feel out of the jump that anyway your voice is going to be believed in the first place, because you're used to being in spaces where you can tell your voice isn't being heard in the first place. And it's really just hard to just keep like literally having people in your life that you are crazy about, that you fucking love, that you literally actually feel passionate about, because that's the type of person I am. Like, I am the type of person where I have a lot of energy for the people I fucking love. Like, let me tell you, okay? Like, I feel bad because people I don't care that much about, it's really hard for me to like get jush about them, if that makes any sense. For people that I am like, I am there for. Like, I have this one friend, she a Scorpio, and she just got engaged, and her man's a Libra, and they are the sexiest ever. I actually talked about them too in my Married at First Sight review. But this is my personal podcast, so I figure I talk about it here too. But they are like really fucking like just gorgeous as a couple, and I love her voice, and I just like, let me stop, okay? I love me some of that girl. She's so gorgeous, and just like the energy and everything, and um I was like literally like raving about them to my brother earlier. Like we went on the website and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, look at their website's so cute. Like look at like their groovy texts, da 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 da. Um, but yeah, so like the people I'm like obsessed with, I'm obsessed with. Like they know, they know, you know. So it's just I don't even know why I even started talking about all of that. It's so weird to do this. It is. I don't know why. Like growing up, people would always say to me like they like Kayla doesn't care what anyone thinks, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that was such a lie. Like I actually care what everybody thinks about me all the fucking time. Like what are y'all talking about? I am so fucking sensitive. Like I am so fucking sensitive. And like anyone who knows me knows that. Like anyone who even knows me from high school, like knows I cried all the time. Like I'm a big baby. I really am. Um I've had to like realize that like I don't even like criticism. Like something like, oh my gosh, because I take it as like I failed. Which like okay, so I had a therapist in college, and which if you are in any like college program or anything like that, um please make sure you are taking advantage of the free therapy that they offer, because I wish I would have taken it upon a lot more. And when I went to Harding is a pretty like it's a pretty white school for the most part, honestly. And let's be honest with you, even if it's not like even like us who went there, we still, most of us, if you weren't like from like Stuttgart or something like that, you you was like in the middle like me, okay, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like woke-ish, like blackish sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Um, but at Harding, um, I was even able to find like a black therapist eventually. Like you can continuously like try to get matched with somebody who like does fit you, kind of like safe space or something. One of my other friends, I was talking to her recently, and she's been in this therapy for the last 7 months. And like throughout talking to her, I was like, girl, I can feel it. I didn't tell her that, but I was like thinking about it like afterwards, like just like some of like the advice she gave me, and like I don't know, it was even like dope the way she like okay, see, this is my person I really like. I am a Pisces, right? So I like to look at like a lot of different, like, because I'm the last sign, so I like to look at a lot of different signs and the way they handle things, right? So like this other friend of mine, she's also a Scorpio, and she's Scorpio, Taurus moon, Libra rising, I believe. And like I was like, she's like in New York City, like she would give me advice or whatever, and like at one point it was almost like I feel like I was her big sister, and now it almost feels like she was like my big sister, and like she was like so efficient, like talking to me. I didn't know this girl was about to go to an event or nothing, boo boo, and she was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna hang up right now because I got my event," and da da da, and then it was just something about just so, it was just something so badass about the way she just had that conversation with me, like helped me out, like got in, got out, boom, bada boom, then went to her event and socialized. Like I don't know, like for me, like I am the type of person where like I'll call you on the phone and like I'm ready to talk to you for about 8, 9, 10 hours. Okay. Like there have been moments that I've been on phone with certain people for like 4 or 5 hours and I've been like, oh my hell, how did that fucking happen? But like it's happened because I don't know how to shut the fuck up. And I'll just go on and 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 on. So I probably should have been podcasting because I like run my mouth all day long anyway. Um, and if I'm not running my mouth, I'm running my mind. My mind it never fucking stops at all. Um, but yeah, I keep saying, but yeah, because it is kind of weird talking about yourself, but it's kind of comfortable. I'll definitely be doing one of these like with my brother and stuff like that. And I do think I'm happy that I didn't start like recording before because I do feel like maybe the way I would have talked with it has maybe been kind of inappropriate and hurtful. Um, and I am trying to kind of keep it like clean and like, I'm not trying to keep it, not trying to make it spicy or anything like that. Just talking from me as a person and just my life experiences. And it's a lot of stuff. Like life has been very difficult to navigate, especially like sorry, not sorry, as a black person. And it's just been so hard to even try to like even just like explain the fact that like someone doesn't even have to like think something is something for it to be something to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that is the truth of the matter. And sometimes people can even make other people feel a type of way without even realizing they're making another person feel a type of way, or even inadvertently do something to hurt somebody. And sometimes people make choices that do hurt somebody, and it's not even something that they're trying to do. Like, it's just situations are convoluted, and it's a lot more tangled than just a simple you versus another person or something like that. Like it's deeper than that. And if people ever want to make things just that simple, then did any care actually exist? You know? So throughout this podcast, I will be talking about my life the best way that I can without hurting anybody in my life in the best way I can. Erica De Niro, I love her. She is a YouTuber, and she has this saying where she says that it's kind of losing me right now. Hold on, because you know what? I love this so much. I do not know if I have it recorded, not recorded. Saved on here, or if it's on my phone. It's on my phone. I have random like people I really like love like their advice. I have it like saved like on my like devices, and I like my phone has just been nothing but tragedy. So my phone like it gives me like a lot of anxiety. A lot of times it's like sometimes I fuck up on social media with my phone too. Ooh. Um, because I'm just like begging to be heard, but I do like you know. Um, but I have like some people's like stuff like auntie's advice. I love her.
Good morning. You may not be in a place where you want to be, but just remember not to despise the small beginnings. Those are the days when you begin to grow and mature and to find out.
Yeah. Sometimes life doesn't look the way you want it to, but don't despise them. Grow in your seed state and allow maturity to happen. Don't despise your days of small beginnings. I like that. Um the one I was looking for was Erica De Niro. And I have a random like other stuff saved. When I say saved, I mean like I have like the YouTube thingy, like the YouTube premium thingy where you can like download videos off YouTube. And I wish I had it on my iPad too, but it's on my phone. But she has this like thing that she says, not a thing. I'm like messing up so much because I'm trying to find it. And when I try to like divert my attention, that's when I mess up. So it is what it is. But she basically just talks about how like about how like your story is. I say it all the time. Like I say it so much that like any like the people that are close to me would probably be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We like they probably could just like fill in the blanks for me right now. But she basically just it's just like this mindset where she's talking about like your story. If I my brother is my producer. um he's the one who set me up with the mic and everything, and I'm like using GarageBand. I feel so cute and cool with this little thing, like the microphone in my closet and stuff. A little podcast studio. Ooh, excuse me. But I'll probably have him like clip it in. But yeah, yeah, this is not intended to hurt. This is not. This is just really intended for me to talk, and for me to have a place where I can express myself, my truth, and my honesty. And at times, my truth and my honesty you may not like it, and it may not fit into your truth and your honesty. But at the end of the day, we are all our own people, and we are all supposed to be allowed to have our own truth and honesty, and still love each other the exact same fucking way, because that is what love is. Love is not conditional, and love is not. It's not based off that shit. It's not. At least not mine, honestly. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at there. This is the first episode of Do You Hear Me Now? We'll see when the next one comes. Actually, thinking about it, also just want to do a shout out. You know, if you did like this and you want me to continue, and you know, you want to support, Jacayla Rivers is my Cash App name. My bank account is negative $211, baby, and I had to text my ex today and ask him to help, and I don't know if he replied. I turned the phone off because I was too nervous to see the reply. Let me stop. um, but and my birthday is like in 2 days. But you know, if you want to be a consistent supporter, if you love it, if you love your girl's voice, if you think this should be a thing, you know, like, comment, and subscribe, and you can also donate to Jacayla Rivers. Or gift to Jacayla Rivers, JAKAYLARIVERS. My face should be the one to pop up. Okay. I'm just kidding. But yeah, everyone have a good night or day or whenever my brother does this, because he's going to be the one to figure out how to even put this up anywhere. Oh.